And welcome into In-Game Chat for Saturday, November the 8th, 2025. It is Season 19, Episode 35. I'm Scott.
And I'm RJ.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Clap, clap. Just enough to be sure.
Just, I don't know. It's like a button you can press that does something, and so it's just fun to, smack. So... why I'm running out of room here, because I'm totally not. Just too many options to put my clapboard. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. If you want to get on... Oh, look, we already got somebody in on the show there. Duke is hanging out in the chat room there. We'll get to him in just a minute. If you want to get in touch with us, well, Discord's a way to do it, and we're going to be going there in just a moment. We also have Twitter. Twitter, Blue Sky, email us, everyone at ingamechat.net. We are In-Game Chat on Twitter and Blue Sky. We're In-Game Chat on Facebook. Everywhere that you can find, like, social stuff, you can likely find us. At least up to a certain point in time. After 2016, 2018, it kind of slows down. Any of the social stuff that started coming up after that, I got old manned about it and was like, they know where we are. They can find us. I don't need the WhatsApp, the Snapchats, the Instagram. Oh, I do have an Instagram, but I haven't posted that thing in forever. I think that was, I would say that's the last one, except for Blue Sky. We got on Blue Sky. But I would say that would probably be it. I don't know what the other things would be. I feel like there's a bunch. But but I also feel like I was just, not doing those. Not going, somebody wants that name, they can have the name. I'm not doing it. Didn't do the TikToks. Yeah. So.
The TikToks.
The TikToks.
Yeah.
Well, you have to, if you're going to sort of denounce it, even though I'm really not, but if you're going to sort of, be all like, I'm not doing that stuff, then you have to speak it properly. That is by putting a "the" in front of the stuff.
Or show your age. One of the two.
Well, yeah, no, that's the point. Usually that's the case. The older you get, the more you put "these" in front of things you don't know about.
Yeah, the internets.
The internets, or add an S to the end of it. Yeah, the internets, the TikToks, the Facebooks. Anyway, welcome into the show, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. I got to go and what do I unmute him? How do I get it? It's been forever since we've. I say it's been forever. We had an interview, but I think he's there. Steve, you there?
Hey now.
Whoa, boy! Yeah, there you are. There, absolutely.
I'm here.
Yeah, you are. Goodness, man. How are you?
Was I too loud?
No, I had you. Well, see, I have volume control on this end on this thing that's called a board.
No.
And I had you up a little higher than I should have. So yeah,
My bad.
It's on me, not you. Been a minute since we've spoken to you, and I've been watching you play. Let's see, I watched you play a lot of Battlefield 6.
Yeah, I did. So it's an interesting predicament with Battlefield. I'm not a Battlefield guy. Like, I haven't followed the franchise really at all. I mean, I played a tiny bit of 2 when it like blew up, and then 2142 was probably the game that I played the most of. But after that, it was basically nothing.
I played a lot of Bad Company. And Bad Company too.
I mean, I think I played the single player campaigns of Bad Company 1. No, wait, there was only single player campaign for Bad Company 1.
Yeah, 2 and multiplayer.
Was there a campaign for?
I don't
Bad Company
think
2?
I don't think there was.
I don't think I played much of 2. I think it was just I just checked it out because they advertised like these group of ragtag soldiers, and they all had personalities. I'm like, oh, it seems kind of fun. I think I played it, and I was like, yeah, sure, it's a war game, and that's kind of what this game is. It's a war. I mean, I don't like it when games try to do more than what their specialty is, and that's exactly what Battlefield 6 is. Like, they're trying to be...
Oh, they're trying to do more, huh?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're trying to be COD, they're trying to be PUBG, they're trying to be Counter-Strike, all in one.
Wow.
And they're trying to be Battlefield. Like, they have all these different game modes. People just want, like, giant maps to to be able to drive tanks and fly, planes and stuff.
But the numbers of the game, or at least the feedback from the game, doesn't seem to indicate that people have a problem with what it is, that I can tell. Now, I could be wrong. I really haven't followed the Discord.
No, you're right. It's been like top 5 Steam since release.
Right.
People seem to be latching on to it at all. I think the people that are the loudest about that, are the ones that just want it to be Battlefield and that's it. And, they found a way to kind of appeal to this massive, area of combat games. And the gunplay is really good. All of the weapons and everything, the customization of that is really good, and that's the appeal. There's problems with like bullet registration, and I don't think there's enough big maps. I think that they need to either release more maps and satisfy the real people that want those giant battlefields.
Yeah.
And then there's some game modes that are trash. Like there's a rush game mode where it's just people running around from like point to point, like the whole match, and who's ever got the most astute players ends up winning that, because you just run from point, capture that, run to the next one, capture that, while the other team captures the one you just captured, and then you run back to that one and just keep doing that for the match. And that's not a fun Battlefield game to me. The fun Battlefield is when you do have like a squad that knows what they're doing, and a squad leader that can point out objectives, and you have a team that's kind of got well balanced, and that lasts like 40 minutes, right? With ground
it can,
warfare,
it can, especially when it goes back and forth, which I remember happening quite a lot when I was what I do remember playing of. I tried a couple of Battlefields there. It's been a minute since I've tried it. There was Battlefield 1, I think, and I wasn't really into that. Then there was Battlefield 5 or V or whatever they wanted to call it. That wasn't
back to World War II for V.
Yeah, and I wasn't really good with that either. I do remember like Battlefield 3 or maybe it was 2 that I remember playing with some of the guys who used to be on the show here, and having a really good time with it. Squad based and role based as well. You have the most fun when you're playing with 3 other people that and that you're all in a squad. Always, yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you eyeballed Arc Raiders at all?
I've been trying to get some of my friends to be interested in that, because we were heavily into Hell Raiders 2, which was Helldivers 2, which is almost like the exact same game except PvP and PvE, right? That's like the Arc Raiders got some really neat. I've been looking at some clips of just giant landscapes with these huge, mech enemies that you have to figure out how to kill and stuff like that, and that's neat. I am interested in that game. I would play it if I had other people to play with, but until that happens, I'm not gonna probably touch it.
Okay, I was curious.
But I loved Helldivers, and they're both extraction shooters, with their own twist on things. So fun games. At least Helldivers was.
Yeah, that was my other, I'm looking at Arc, I talked about it last week, like trying to fill the Destiny hole,
Oh, yeah. Have you even found something yet?
No. Arc Raiders was kind of piquing the interest there, but I wanted to learn some more about it, and I didn't realize it was third person and not first person, which I thought was interesting. But Helldivers is third. Is Helldivers third or first?
It's third.
I think it's third.
It is third person. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So, now I haven't jumped into Helldivers, haven't jumped into Arc Raiders. Helldivers was very close I was close to getting into that, waiting for a pretty good deal, and I mean, it got down to $25 once, and I was very close to picking it up then, but I never did.
I would jump into Helldivers with you. I always have it installed, so if you do end up picking it up, I know that we got Thanksgiving sale and Christmas sale coming up. But if you do, let me know.
I'm waiting on the sales. Yeah, I'm waiting on the Thanksgiving, probably more so the holiday, because they don't. The Thanksgiving thing doesn't last very long, but the holiday sales. And I'm usually in a better position in the holiday sales to grab some stuff. After, Christmas rolls around, you open up gift cards and things like that. You have a better position of like, oh, hey, I can spend.
Hey, is there a price you're looking for for Helldivers?
Not really. I mean, obviously, if I saw, I don't know, probably.
It says it's like was it $40 right now? Is that about right?
Probably.
Let's see what it is.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. I mean, it launched at $40, wasn't it?
Yeah, it launched at 40. It regularly goes on sale for around 30, maybe 35. Sometimes under that. I think I saw it for like 25 at one of the other key shop things. Not anything that was still legit, but not one of those things that gets heavily advertised there. But
would $20 be a good jump on price?
$20 is not bad for it. Because is it out there for $20? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean I'm just guessing the price out there right now.
Yeah. I don't. Let me. I'm on GG Deals. Let me go and look at my. Oh, you know what? I'm not signed into my GG Deals, and that sucks.
It is $40 on Steam right now. I'd imagine that would go on sale, but it's still pretty popular. Let's see what it's doing on the charts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
let's see.
Oh, good. It saved everything.
Still top 100.
Is it? Is that what you're saying it is?
It is. It's 48, so it peaks about like 30, 32, 35,000 players a day.
Yeah, Helldivers right now is currently $25 on, so I don't know what this store is, but $25. And the historical low that it has been, 1 year ago, it was $23. So I expect it to go lower this year when we get around to those sales.
Must have been an early Black Friday type sale.
It was more than likely. Like I said, I saw it for a range in which I was like, hey, that's not a bad price. But I was still like, you know what? For $23, there's 15 indies I could buy right now that are, down to $2 or $3 per, where I could just nab a bunch. Not that quantity is perhaps better than quality, but it's like, man, 15 different options of games compared to this one. That is the community still there for it, which they are, but is my community still there for it? You understand?
Yeah.
Like, there's a community for it, sure.
Yeah, there's tons of players, but you want.
But are the people that I know playing it? Right.
Exactly.
So, and that's kind of where I sit with Arc Raiders, because I'm like, yeah, big thing now, but what happens, in a month's time when I get around to it, or 2 months' time when I get around to it? Is it still going to be there? Is it still going to be the thing? I don't know.
Yeah, it might get to the point where you just have to expand your circle. Well,
that's
go on a Discord or whatever.
That's not fun.
I've never gotten any invites to play.
Yeah, I know.
Just saying.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because I don't have it. I don't have it to invite, but I don't know. Do I have anything co-opable to play? I mean, I do, but not really anything that's.
You played Borderlands 4?
No, I didn't pick up 3. Well, I probably have 3 for free through something.
I think it was 3 free from PlayStation.
Was it Epic or something? Maybe PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus at one time, I think.
I got it somewhere for free, but I didn't pick up 4. Did you?
I did. 4 is putting me in a pickle right now. It's I might be on the verge of either building a new PC or buying a pre-built.
Because of 4?
Yeah, it's the first game that I've played that's really kind of stressed my PC.
I feel like I've asked you, but what are you running right now?
Right now, it's a 3080 AMD. Forget the CPU at this point, but it's gotta go back to. Is it 2022?
5900 X. Is it 5900?
What did you say? 5900X?
Is it 59 or 55 maybe? Or maybe you've got, I mean, I don't know. I'm throwing numbers out there. It might be, was 57 one of them, or was it the 7? No, there's the 7000 series.
I'm looking it up right now. 5800X.
58. 5800X. Okay. I think you may have the same processor I have. Yeah, and I'm running a 3080 as well. 3080 with a 12 gigabyte VRAM.
Oh wow! Yeah, do I have 12 or 12? Yeah, I have to, right?
I'm not sure. It had it was the EVGA, the last of their lines, where it was the EVGA Super, something like that, where it's like, hey, it's a 3080, but your VRAM is higher than the base 3080s that everybody else has. It was like 12 gig higher, which I was grateful for when Indiana Jones rolled around, because you needed a 12 gig VRAM to run at really good visuals there for it. So I was like, oh, nice, awesome, and I have that. So because it was eating up the VRAM in the lower tier. I think there was 6, 10, and 12. I think there was, or maybe it was a 10. Maybe 10 was base, and they had 12 for the supers or whatever it was. I can't remember, but God, I am not looking. You're looking into, man. Not a good time to be looking into getting well.
Believe me, I know. I've been looking at these prices. I've been staring at, and they're like, I put stuff in carts and just left it there for a couple of weeks, and
it didn't get anything but higher.
Yeah, yeah. Borderlands 4 is the one that's kind of, I'm worried about just everything else that comes out after this now, because it's, and I run at ultra wide resolution too, so that has a little bit to do with it.
That's some good stuff to do with it, I would imagine, because the resolution's going up there. And you said ultra wide, so yeah, your resources are going into that. RAM is seeing a 172% increase in RAM because of AI.
Yeah, I'm looking at
your RAM sticks have gone way up. I've got 64 in mine, and so I ain't changing anytime soon.
Do I have 60? I don't even know what my setup is anymore.
So they just gave me that's making everything go up. You said AI is the reason that memory is going up.
For memory, AI is going up. Yeah, it used to be Bitcoin, which was running up the prices of your graphics cards, because your miners were buying your Bitcoin folks were buying up the graphics cards, and so that they could mine for Bitcoin and stuff like that. Yeah. Then they put either limiters on them, or they started releasing them so that it wouldn't do that, or there was some kind of safeguard against some of the cards being used for Bitcoin mining. Anyway, that market eventually receded as far as like the graphics card market. It's still expensive as hell, though. Yeah, the new cards are four digits in price.
Yeah. So the thing about it is, like,
the new decent. I say decent, but the new really good cards are over 1,000.
Yeah. See, the thing about it is, I don't really game on the PC just for storage and web searches and storage, things like that.
No.
Low impact, really, for me.
Right. You're not.
Like, I can play something like Papers, Please, or the 8-bit digitized type.
Yeah. You can play Balatro.
Like I can play Balatro and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of things I never thought about with all the other things you mentioned that causes the price to go up like that. Because what I got now is outdated as all get out for high-end gaming.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't use it for that, so I'm not really concerned about it. My goodness. The way stuff is jumping up now.
Yeah, no, and that's the RAM aspect of it. I have no idea about the. I haven't searched for anything. I haven't looked at doing a build in a very long time, and it'll be a while before I even do that.
I'm probably in the same boat. It's going to be a long. If its prices are going to stay like this, it's going to be a long time before I go to another build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the weird thing about this too, is because like I've bought like premium systems in the past, and the prices today far exceed the maximum that like I've ever done, before. It's not even close. It just blows it out of the water.
The price for one graphics card, the price for a high-end graphics card right now is more than what I would have spent to build an entire PC 2-3 years ago. Yeah. I say 2-3 years, more like 5 years ago. In fact, 5 years ago when I built my PC, the highest price was my graphics card, and that at that time was like $850 maybe for the graphics card. And I didn't buy a new monitor. Of course, I have since then, but at the time, I just bought my RAM, my processor, my case. I mean, I did a complete new build, and still came in less than what you would buy like a 5090 right now, which is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's going to be a while before I upgrade anything.
So You're at the point where you're starting to look at the minimum requirements for games?
Actually, no. I look at games now, and it's just like, you know what? I can run that. I haven't bought into anything that's like Indiana Jones was probably one of the highest, more recent ones that I had bought, or not bought, but that I had played. Expedition 33 did not have a problem running on my PC. What's another one? Doom the Dark Age, Doom Eternal, Doom Dark Ages. That was Doom Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Had no problem running that at all. That thing moves so fast you don't have time to pay attention to the visuals anyway.
And of course, all the indies that you play.
Well, and the indies run
impact, yeah.
fine. You know, the ones that I run. What did I play? I played, to get into what we played. For me, it was more Ball Pit, and that has that's fine. There's no issue running that one. By the way, Steve, Ball Pit, great fun. If you're
Ball Pit, huh?
Ball Pit is it's like $15, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, and your Clover Pit as well.
Clover Pit was good, but I mean it's all RNG. But Clover Pit has got potato graphics, and it's still fun to play.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you don't have to be pretty to be fun.
Yeah, Did you like Vampire Survivors, Steve?
Oh my god, I love it! I just booted up the other day because they obviously released more achievements, so I had to get those, and yeah, I continue to play that. I haven't stopped playing it since whenever it came out.
Then give Ball Pit a look. Please give Ball Pit a look. It's Ball X Pit, but
I see it. It's on my wish list already. So
yeah. Oh my god, I'm having so much fun with that game. Yeah, I really,
great deck game. It looks like
is what?
It looks like a great deck game.
Yes, you can run it on deck. Yes, the Steam Deck, it works on Steam Deck. It runs fine on Steam Deck. I have no problems with it on Steam Deck. The base management is a little bit not as fun to play with on Steam Deck, but the game itself runs fine on Steam Deck. The main gameplay that you do, which is the breakout type stuff. But you also have base management, which is not really a big deal, especially when you get into the higher levels and you've unlocked a bunch of different stuff. You start to get a better idea of how to position your base so that you can get the most out of everything. Oh my god,
base building? I mean, there's a developer playing right now on Steam, so I was just watching him, and I'm like, oh my god, it gets even more, because they're doing the almost kind of like Tetris game mode where there's things coming down from the top, and you have to shoot as they're dropping.
Right, yeah, you get these little bouncy balls, and they hit that, and if you can, and then you can get special power-up balls that do different things. And it's just kind of amazing what all you can do with that thing. It's you can combine power-ups to get new power-ups, kind of like Vampire Survivors.
Did they rip off like the? Because you mentioned Vampire Survivors, I saw the developer got an upgrade, and it did the same thing that when you open up a chest in Vampire Survivors, like it comes up on the screen, and it's almost positioned like the exact same way.
If you think that's similar, you should look at Megabonk. Megabonk is like a third-person Vampire Survivors.
I'm looking at that now.
Yeah, it don't look pretty, but it plays great.
Similar to games you've played, Vampire Survivors.
Yes. And the same effect where you can combine powers to do different things. You can combine power-ups to do different things. They call them evolutions in Ball Pit, where you can take your they call
them evolutions in Vampire Survivors too.
Yeah, I think so. I think the same thing. So there's a spike ball in Ball Pit, and that is called the bleed, because every time it hits an enemy, they have a bleed stack where they lose HP over time because they're bleeding out. Then they have something called the vampire ball, which when it kills an enemy, you get health. So it increases your health every time you kill one of the enemies. Well, you can combine the bleed and the vampire to either get a mosquito, or I think the other one is Vampire Lord. So the ball becomes bigger, it hits more objects, it stacks bleed, and after so many stacks, you get so much more health back. And there's so many different evolutions that you can do in Ball Pit. It's also seemingly a situation where they could run this thing for a while, just like they're doing with Vampire Survivors. This DLC could keep this train going for quite a while. Megabonk, like I said, that's third-person Vampire Survivors. And that, to the point of when you open a chest, it makes the same noise. It has the same sort of flash animation type thing that happens when you open a treasure chest in Megabonk that is like, this is very Vampire Survivors-ish. You know, so
everybody wants a piece of that pie.
They really do. And if you like to see numbers go up, if you like to make things happen, like the closest thing I would say to Balatro-like play is Clover Pit. That's another great RNG type, I got to figure this kind of game out and go on a run type thing. It's just a slot machine, but you can have modifiers in it, and it's pretty cool. So, and they're cheap. They're cheap. You know, $15, little man. So yeah.
Put that stuff in my hand.
I was going to say, yeah.
I know a reference when I hear one.
I mean, yeah, you can't. Yeah, right? Anytime. $15, and then you got to follow it up. So, I don't know. What else has been going on with you, man? What are you playing?
I mean, like, you pretty much hit it. You know, Borderlands 4, Battlefield 6, and then I really don't have anything that I'm kind of waiting for. I've been... obviously, I picked up the Vampire Survivors to get those achievements. I was doing a little bit of City Skylines because they had an update.
They did an update. You're right.
Still
yeah.
a mess. They're a mess, though. The update they just released was supposed to be the update that they would release a month after launch.
I don't think they still have. I don't think they still have console release on this thing. They were supposed to have a console.
Is that true?
Yeah,
I remember that they delayed that like almost immediately after launch, and they realized like. I don't know if they were in over their head or not. But
they are absolutely in. I don't know how they got in over their head like this.
I don't either. It
is insane. From a fantastic first game release to let's do a sequel, which you would think would be like, well, your what am I trying to think of? Your foundation is set, right? You've got the first game. Now just improve upon it with something new. Get the graphics a little bit better if you want to, or whatever. Just improve upon it. They broke it. I mean, they absolutely fumbled the ball and botched every single thing about it, which I hate to say because I loved it. I loved that first game.
They broke so much, though, that even when they fix things, you can't go back. You can't. So you're playing the game. You're like, oh, this game is so frustrating to play. I hope they fix it. Then they fix it. But you can't go back and hope that it's fixed in the map that you started already. Like, you have to actually start a brand new city for those fixes to actually work. And that's what, people spend a lot of time, like, building their cities.
Yeah,
and it's not,
I'm not going to start over.
Yeah, it's very demoralizing to have to just wipe your city and be like, okay, I'm starting over again with these fixes.
And the odd part of that is that if you go back to the first game, you didn't have to do that with fixes.
You didn't, and the stuff that's in the first game still isn't available in the sequel. Like the entire Industries pack that they released for City Skylines 1, there's none of that in City Skylines 2 yet. Like, there's a little bit where you can specialize based on some of the resources that are in your town, which is fine. But all of that industry stuff that you could unlock, like as you were leveling up your industries, isn't available in the second game. The only things they've released that are kind of new and neat is they did this bridges and ports.
Yeah.
So this is the other funny thing. So how long has this game been released? Oh, let me look at the release date real quick.
2 years, 3 years now? I think we're hitting
all right,
3
October
or 4.
24th, 2023, this game came out.
Yeah.
They just released bridges that you can build so that ferries can go underneath them without them looking ridiculous. So in other words, if you had a bridge that went across a river, and you wanted to put a pathway for a ferry or even like a cargo ship or something that you wanted to get underneath it, you couldn't do that unless you made your bridge look ridiculous. Like, you had to put it 100 meters in the air for like the bridges to go underneath it. The bridges content they just released allows like drawbridges now, which bridges can open up, they can go up, they can go down. You can get things underneath your bridges, but it took them 2 years for that update to get into maps because you had to basically build around that. If you wanted a bridge, you had to make sure that there wasn't any boats that you wanted, or you had to again build it or do some terraforming to make sure it didn't look stupid, like unrealistic, like a bridge with a ridiculous incline, and so that boats could go underneath it. But that does look good now. Like that update is great. Like the drawbridges look incredible. And they did them for trains, they did them for roads. The ports that they updated is very close to being like Industries from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, it means that you build your port, so it acts like you're importing stuff from other towns, and it's really nice because you can control like your export from your town into the port. So you build this gate, basically. It's almost like something you'd see where it stops you. Someone checks you get checked in, your trucks go, and they can pick up the oil, they can pick up the minerals, and then they can leave through the exit. And you can do that with trains, you can do that with your cargo, and then you make a ton of money doing that, so you can obviously level up, your city faster and get more money doing it that way. So great update, but I want the Industries in City Skylines too. I want the stuff that was in the first game so that it's at least equal, and it's, again, 2 years after launch, and we still don't even have that.
Nope. No, I mean, it's amazing how bad. And I wanted it that year. I was like, yeah, I want it. And then it released, and it's like, it can't be that bad, can it? I mean, it actually could.
It's still mixed as far as reviews go. It's still not like the positive at all. Or
what were you saying?
People are still frustrated with it.
I was saying, is this a different team from the one that made the first?
It's
game?
not. It's the same team. I know.
It's a very small team.
It is extremely
small.
Like
the one thing. It's not like a giant team. I mean, that was what was most impressive about the first game, right? Like, because SimCity fell on its face. That team was enormous, and here you had like a team of 30. I think it was less when the first game came out, and they had a giant hit on their hands that just they were able to support for all that.
There is there's another city builder that I have marked on my wish list that I want to mention it to you. I saw it, somebody was promoting it on Reddit, and it is not out yet, and I need to get to my wish list so that I can tell you about it. Let's go with...
Is it a modern city builder, or is it like, medieval?
It's modern.
So there was a couple...
It's modern.
Ooh.
And I'm trying to look for it. It's actually a sequel. There's two earlier games that are released. Okay, you can look this up if you want to. City State Metropolis is the name of it.
Got it. Oh, it's developed by one guy.
Yep. And he's got a little video there that plays out, and I don't know. I like what I see.
I mean, it looks great. It looks just like it looks just like City Skylines.
I know. And he's got City State and City State 2 that are already out. And so, but I don't know anything about. I don't have any of those. I have both of them on my wish list, just to see exactly how they are. I see mostly positive for the first one, and mostly positive for the sequel. So, yeah, I don't know. Just something there that I was curious about. I saw a developer playing City State Metropolis, and I just said, wow, this looks really, really good. I should keep an eye on this thing. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
I'm actually going to... So, yeah, I see a release date planned, or at least an early access planned for Q1 2026. But, yeah, I'm looking at City State 2, which came out in 2021, and it does look pretty neat. I'm going to follow it and
maybe find some videos or something on it. I really haven't gone too in depth because I'm skeptical on city builders after City Skylines 2 and what they did. I'm skeptical, especially looking at this. This looks too good to be true. This looks like no. The way this video is playing out, I'm like, no, this can't be that good with one guy doing the development. This can't. But it looks really good.
It does. I'm reading his post that he made on September 24th, just kind of outlining some of the things, and it does look like he's put a lot of effort and a lot of detail into the buildings, it seems.
Yep. Watching that video myself there. City State Metropolis is what we were talking about on that one. So, anyway, yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, wow. They have I did not know. You can export your... Wait, this must be from my Augmented Steam. I have a browser extension for Steam called Augmented Steam. And there was something here on my page where I could export my wish list. And I was like, why would it? And then it says you can empty your wish list. And it's like, no, I don't want to empty my wish list.
How many games you got on your wish list?
Oh, my God. Is there a way that it'll tell me?
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I see it. 438.
Oh, my God.
Current value of my wish list is $6,700.
Holy smokes.
Now, there are 112 games on my wish list that do not have a price yet. And there are 40 out of those 438 that are currently on sale. So
I try to keep my wish list under 100. Like, I don't want to go too crazy with it because then I forget about stuff. And if I obviously try and rank it, right? Like for the stuff that I really want versus stuff that, I try to put all the stuff that doesn't have a date or price yet at the very bottom, and let that kind of fill in.
All right, I'm sorting by date added. This is really great radio, I'm sure, to everybody listening. I'm sorting by date added because I'm going to go back and see what I have an unavailable item that is on my wish list that I added back in 2012. I have no idea what it is.
I do too, and I think I know what mine is. I want to know what yours is, though, because I'm keeping it on there because I'm very mad that it got delisted from Steam.
It doesn't tell me what it is. It says unavailable.
Oh, it doesn't tell you?
No, it says this item is no longer available. I have one. There's another one that is no longer available. I have two, and it doesn't tell me what they are. It may if I go to the actual Steam client on my PC. Right now I'm doing it through the web.
I see. Yeah, I don't see that unavailable. I mean, I've got one that says date added 4/25/2012.
Yeah,
I'll post it in the Discord what it is.
I'm checking to see what he says it is. Oh yeah! Wow. Wolfenstein.
Well, the just the flat Wolfenstein game, but they removed it from Steam, and I never got a chance to. I should have bought it when it was actually released, but.
Yeah, see, even when I look at it through the app, it shows unavailable item. This item is no longer available, and it does not show me what it is. I'm really curious about that, and to see what that is. I'll check it when I get home. I know there was a wrestling game that I had added that is no longer on there anymore, and I don't remember what it was, but it looked really cool at the time. But then it was gone.
I also lied when I said that I'm not really looking forward to anything. I just remembered looking at my wish list that Resident Evil Requiem. This is probably the number one game that I'm most looking forward to.
It would be. Yeah, it would be for you.
Yeah.
I would imagine. I can't, you know what? Thinking about stuff coming out anytime soon here, I don't have anything that's really, drawing me in. Ball Pit was my thing because I'd played that back in, I don't know, March or something, and I was like, hey, this is fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
There's a lot of stuff on my wish list that I've played already that I want to replay. So that's like a weird. I'm in like a weird time of my gaming life where I'm looking at stuff that I'm like, oh, I played that. I would love to, when the time is right, play that again on PC or play it again with like a remaster. Actually, one thing that I just bought today. You remember the original game Blood?
I think so. Yeah.
It was the 90s game. It was like almost a little bit Duke Nukem, as far as style and the personality of the main character. But yeah, they're releasing another remaster done by Night Dive Studios, which was like the king of remasters. And I don't think I've played a Night Dive Studio remaster that I didn't like. I just finished The Thing remaster, which is like a heavily obscure game that came out, I think it was like in 2002. It was supposed to be like a sequel to the John Carpenter's The Thing. Mm-hmm. And I just played that, and that was fun to play because I remember playing that in college, and I don't even think my laptop could support it at the time. I didn't have a graphics card in it. But yeah, Night Dive Studios is the king of remasters, and they're remastering Blood, which they already had. There's already a remaster on Steam, but this seems to be another one. So of course I'm going to play it.
Hey, we got to take a break because we're way overdue. Are you good, or you got to run? I hear the kids. You got to go?
Yeah, they're in the background, but no, I'm cool for a few more minutes.
Okay, well, hang on because we're going to take a break here, and we'll come back with more, I guess, wish list browsing is what we're doing. We got music here from Wonderstop. It is called Dusk Rush. We'll be back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. Welcome back. In-game chat music here from a game called Look Outside. And the track is called Safe Place. Would have been perfect to run during our Halloween music month that we were doing. That's really good. It's also a horror game, which I didn't realize till I found it. Of course, it only just released in March of this year, which is almost a year ago. I mean, I know it's not, but it feels like it's almost a year ago from that. So that's where I'm at in our new game releases music, and that's where we are for this one as well. So, game called Look Outside. Steve, you still there?
Hey now.
So I don't know what game I added on December 27th of 2012 because it's no longer available. But the game after that, which I had added a little less than a year later on July the 4th of 2013, was Trackmania 2 Valley. And it is still in my wish list. It is still $20, and I have still not bought it.
You should probably remove it from your wish list.
Right? It's just not going to happen, isn't it? It's just not.
No.
There's The Forest. I have that in there. Banished. I have the 2005 version of Resident Evil 4 still in my wish list.
Remove that.
It's on sale for $5. But
Have you played any of the Resident Evils?
I have well, if you want to talk about PC releases, no. But I have, like, GameCube, whenever that remaster of the first game came out on GameCube and looked unbelievable for a tiny box console such as the GameCube. And it's like, whoa, Nintendo's doing this? Because the way that game looked on a Nintendo machine, that was the first time I saw something on Nintendo was like, you're impressive.
Yeah, I can't see you playing through that Resident Evil 4. I just replayed it, and it's not up to modern control. Like, you can't strafe while aimed.
You're talking about the 2005 version, not the redo that they did.
No, redo.
Well, you know, they did a. Oh, what did they do? Or is that the one? I thought they did another version of it for PC.
They did. They remade it back in 2023.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was thinking. They fixed all those problems in it, right?
Yeah, you can play that one.
Yeah,
that one. But you said you had the 2004 one.
I have the 2005 version is in my wish list.
Yeah, you should remove that. Okay. You wouldn't. I mean, you could probably play like the first hour, and then after that, it just becomes like the most frustrating game ever. Because there's two things that are awful with it. You can't strafe. You have to. You're still tank controls while in third person, which is dumb for that type of, like, you're going to radically change the game. I can't even believe that when I played this back when it came out, that I was like, oh my god, this is so revolutionary for the franchise. This is so great.
And it really was.
And then playing it in 2025, or I played it, I think it was 2023, right before the remake came out, and I'm like, oh my god, what was I thinking? I think I even changed my review, like, on Steam, because I had it as a recommended, and I'm like, I can't recommend this. This is almost unplayable, because of the two things. There was the controls, and then the reload. Mm-hmm. You can't reload unless you're aiming, which is, to me, like, I don't even know how that made it through, like, the final play. Like, you have to actually be pointing your gun to reload, and I thought that was just really bad. But yeah, they fixed all that in the remake. Play the remake. I still haven't finished the remake, but remake is good up until the point that I played.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, so you can have wish list. You can have games on your wish list that you already own, which is weird. I wish they would automatically remove it, but I see here that I have a game called Citadellum that I already own it, but it's still in my wish list. Yeah, I just went to there, and it's like, it's in your library. So, yeah, I was good with that.
I don't know. I don't think you... How do you do that? Because I can't add...
I'm not sure.
I can't add it. I'm going to games that I own, and there's no wish list button.
I know. It's not... I don't think I added it after I bought it. I think it was already in my wish list. I bought it, and it didn't get removed.
Oh, did you activate it with a key, maybe?
More than likely, yeah.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, if you go to, like...
Yeah, here's another one. Into the Dead, Our
Rayman
Darkest
or-
Days. That one I already have. Oh, I do remember activating that with a key. I got a key for that one. And that
This is good. We're pruning your wish list. This is a good segment. Prune Scott's wish list.
It is.
We'll get through it because I do this occasionally too. I go through, and if there's a game that, again, like that I added in 2012 and I'm never going to get around to it, okay, I probably am not interested in you anymore.
Yeah, The King is Watching. I already have that one on my wish list, and I need to take that out, so I have. Yeah, it's just one of those things where I get them through. Because when I go to GG Deals, I can sync that up to my wish list on Steam, and so it'll show me not just regular key shops like, Green Man Gaming or Steam or Epic or anything like that. It'll show me, God, what are some of the other stores out there that are kind of like sketchy? Kingwin, I think, is another store where you can buy keys from, and CD Keys is another one. It'll give me like sale prices from all of those, and so a lot of the times I'll buy them there and then have to input the key into Steam in order to activate it, because I'll go wherever it's cheapest.
Yeah,
because the cheaper it is, the more I'm going to be willing to risk the necessary risks. Like, it's $3 for this game. Sure, I can try it. If the key doesn't.
Let's do an exercise. Let's do an exercise based on that.
I don't like exercise. Go ahead.
Come on, let's do it. Go to your wish list, and I want you to sort it by price.
Oh, okay.
And tell me what the cheapest game on the wish list is.
Oh, we're going to go the cheapest. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sort it by price. The cheapest would be free, apparently. Yeah. I have Crusader Kings 2 in my wish list, and it is free to play. So I could add it to my library. After that, there's a game called Mountain, and it's only 99 cents.
Are you going to play that game?
I figure for 99, it goes on sale for 50 cents at times, and I still haven't bought it. So yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm glad that I did that, because there's some stuff here that I'm kind of interested in.
This is actually how when a sale comes, like when one of those 4 big Steam sales come around, I'll go and I'll sort by price, and I'll be like, okay, did these games drop below $10? And I'll be like, okay, you're in, and then I'm done. Like I load up that way on my sales, and then I'll do a quick peek at the discount, see if there's any like 75-80% discount games, and I'll go look at that. And if that game's like $15 or something, I might add that to like the top of the pile. But that's how I kind of go through my wish list, through every sale. But if you've got games that are $1 and you're not going to buy it, on your wish list, then
right,
prune it,
take it out of there. I'm looking here when I go to GG Games or GG.deals, and I go to my wish list and I sort it by price. Obviously, Crusader Kings 2 comes up because it's free. But the next one is like Perils of Man for 43 cents. What's another one? White Knight for $1.10. Tales from the Borderlands for $1.15. If I wanted to do that, which is on my wish list as well. It's not bad. I miss Rainbow Six Vegas. I only played that on console, but I've had it on my wish list for PC for the longest time. $2 if I wanted to buy it right now. Yeah, so there's some good stuff there, and some good deals as well. Wow, Roller Coaster Tycoon is down really far. The old Roller Coaster Tycoon, the Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic and Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 are both.
Are you buying any of these live?
No, not right now, but I am considering running through it tomorrow. I wouldn't do it during the show. Only
throw them all in your cart.
Well, maybe, but I'll be checking that tomorrow. Lethal Migrant says, I like nothing, and I absolutely loved Tales from the Borderlands. Well, that's a good endorsement from you, considering I know how you feel about it.
That's the best endorsement I ever heard from him.
I know, considering what he thinks about games in general.
The game is trash, but this game I actually enjoyed.
That's interesting. I've been considering that other game that's very Telltale-like, which is Dispatch.
Dispatch.
Yeah, it's episodic, but they've finished all the episodes, and they release 2 episodes per week, and they'll be done with the entire series by the end of the month. And so, which made me feel, we talked about this, it made me feel better than what Telltale was doing with Walking Dead, which was, hey, we haven't finished this next episode, we need to delay it. You know, and you'd play an episode, and then you'd have to wait 6 months for another one. And it was ridiculous to remember what you have to keep that momentum going, and they couldn't do it. And so I've been kind of interested with Dispatch, sort of. I'm not there yet, and I haven't been.
This is really neat. It's a superhero workplace comedy, and then the choices matter in the same way that Telltale kind of gives you like a decision to make.
Yeah. Yep. I'm kind of curious about it.
Yeah, me too. I am adding it to my wish list.
Only to remove it a year later.
No. I'm under 100 games, so I'm allowed to add it.
Where are you at?
I'm at let me check again, but I think it was 77.
Oh, okay.
That's where I keep it.
You keep it to a solid under 100. That's interesting.
Under 100, yeah. Because then, I don't want to take away from your method of 400 games on your wish list, but then the wish list ends up becoming not a tool anymore.
Well,
because
here's the other way that I use it, and again, we've talked about it, and we're at the top of the hour, which I got to take a break. But the way that I use it is whenever we'll use it in a general term. Whenever E3 rolls around, whenever Summer Games Fest rolls around, and you're just seeing game after game after game after game after game. Usually the what's the other one that I like? The Cozy Game Fest and
Cozy Game Fest.
Yeah, I say cozy. It's called something else. Maybe I think whatever. It's where you would find like really chill type games that I kind of enjoy. Like Cozy Grove was a great one for the Switch, which is out on. It's not on PC, but it is through Netflix, which is annoying. But anyway, it's a nice little chill sort of type of, game that you can go through. Anyway, anything that I see that I'm like, that looks interesting, I want to look more into that, I will pull up the Steam app, I'll find it, and I'll just say add to wish list. So that
That's what the follow button's for.
Oh. Well, I just add it to the wish list.
There's a similar thing. It's a follow. And then you'll keep track of all the games that I'm not on the fence about. I want to see where this is going. I want to see more news, but I want it to be in my feed.
Oh, I see where it says follow.
That's what you use that for.
Or what's the flag? What does the flag do?
I don't know what flag.
Oh, that says report this product. No, I do not wish to report this product.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but follow it, and then you continue to get news and updates, and then there's a whole section that you can just go to your followed games, and you can just sort through them.
Interesting. I'll have to remember that when I guess the next one we've got are the Game Awards coming up in December.
Yep.
And I'll have to do that then. I'll have to start the follow thing. Wishlist though, I don't know how the follow works, but when I add to wishlist, I can go back and sort by when I added it and look at this clump of games from the summer. I was like, oh yeah, I remember being interested in that. I remember being interested in that. Here it is. And sometimes I'll get more information from them, and I don't like it, and I'll remove it. Where it's like, I was big onto that, but now the more I look at it, the closer detail I get to it, the more I see gameplay of it, where I'm like, not really interested. And then sometimes it flips, where I see it and I'm like even more interested in it, especially when the demo season comes around and I get to play some of those games to try them out. So anyway, this has been our hour-long segment of wish list management on the show. So however you do your wish list, let us know. That'd be interesting. I'm curious as to how. I didn't know people had methods, man. I mean, everybody does, but I didn't know that, you have your method of I keep it under 100, and that's where I am with it. I'm like, all right, well, that's cool.
I'd love to hear other people chime in about how they manage their wish list.
I'm very curious how it all works with people. So anyway, we are now at the top of the hour, and we do have to take this next break, I know. If you want to hang around, you can. There's, I guess, some news we could get into. I don't know what you've been following news-wise. It's been a lot of layoffs, mostly.
I'm going to drop, but I'll listen in, and, you could probably hit up GTA 6 being delayed and all that
The delay of GTA 6, exactly. Yeah. The delay of, we got some news on Mass Effect, but nothing that's almost worth getting excited over because we really got nothing. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining us, man. You have a good one.
You too, guys.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care now.
Bye-bye. All right, we're going to come back with more of In-Game Chat right after this. We have music here from a game that released, again, going back into March. It is the Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. It's where you play in a bar where you're serving Disney villains, I think, or something like that. I'm not exactly sure. The name of this track is called Latte in a Lamp, which I'm guessing is the what's Aladdin's villain? Jafar?
Jafar, yeah.
Yeah, I guess this is his thing. I don't know. We'll be back with more in-game chat right after this. Welcome back into In-Game Chat. Another horror game, I suppose. Game called Karma. Karma. And the name of the track is also Karma. So, welcome back into the show. I can't wait for Steve to come back sometime and tell me how much he enjoys Ball Pit. I'm surprised that was not on his radar, man, because that was my game. You know, that was like, this is the one I'm looking forward to. By the way, what have you played? Did we even go over what you've been playing?
No, for the most part, MLB The Show. I started a franchise mode, and I was going through that and playing and having a good time going through that recently. Of course, more Virtua Fighter 5 on the PS5, playing Revo.
Yeah.
Still doing the Sunday League things and everything like that. So, yeah, those two is pretty much what I've been doing this week. Tell you what I was looking at, though, was Ninja Gaiden 4. Apparently, from what I'm seeing, some reviewers are having a hard time.
It's a tough game. But what did you say? Hard time with what, though? Hard time with the difficulty?
Tough time, yeah, with the difficulty. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to say that.
Boy, that turns a light on for you, doesn't it? Like, ooh.
Well, like, what exactly do the modern...
you masochistic gamer, you.
I'm like, no, I'm just I sit there and think, like, what does the modern game journalists consider as difficult? What do they consider to be difficult? I mean, we're not talking Dean Takahashi Cuphead.
I mean, I don't know. You'd
like
have
that,
to.
Really.
It's interesting. You would have to. You'd have to look at previous reviews they've written to see are they've written or done. I don't know if it's video or article that you're reading, but you know, you'd have to go back into their past to see, like, is this the type of... That's one of the... As a reviewer, you're supposed to be impartial, right? You're not supposed to come from a...
Keyword, supposed to.
Right. But you're not supposed to come from a background of, like, I really love these type of games, or I really love that type of game. But nobody can help that. That's going to be... You're going to have games that you prefer over other games. And usually, if that's the case, you try to avoid the games that that you might have a little bit of favoritism for. And I don't necessarily mean that they would have favoritism for any one developer or anything like that, but I like city builders.
Yeah.
Now, that can result in me being more critical of city builders because I love them.
Well, you got specialists.
Or it could be more of a situation where I give them a little bit of a break because I love city builders, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, a lot of times I've seen specialists. Like, this is the guy who reviews sports titles. This is the person who reviews RPGs. This is the person who reviews whatever genre you have here.
And if they don't like it, then you have a pretty good idea that, you know, this person really loves these type of games. So if this isn't appealing to them, then maybe I should avoid it, you know, something like that. I don't necessarily know. As far as difficulty, though, I mean, Ninja Gaiden's had a history of
one of the things known
being
for,
difficult.
Yeah.
So I would think in your assessment of the game, you would also assess the difficulty as like, hey, this is up there with the best of them. you know, of the difficult things. I don't necessarily know if there's an overly difficult type of situation. Is there such a thing as too difficult when we have an entire genre defined by difficulty called Souls-like? You know, which is based on, you know, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, those games which are known for their difficulty. So, you know, is there a sense of something being too difficult?
Yeah.
You like difficult games?
I like difficult games because there seems to be a push. There was a push a while back where you're trying to satisfy everybody and make it as accessible as you can to everybody that you can. So you like lower the difficulty and make it really. They're holding your hand basically. And that was one of the things that made the Souls series, Demon Souls back in the day, stand out. Hey, this game is not holding your hand. It's going to make you learn. It's going to make you go through and persevere to get where you want to be in this game.
First game I ever played that did something like that was Myst. Myst was a game that dropped you into it and said, figure it out.
Yeah.
They didn't hold your hand. They didn't tell you what to do. They set the story. You know, they're like, here's the story so far. Happy exploring. You know, you figure out everything from here on out. And it was one of the first games I ever played, and is the first game I ever fell in love with. The entire series. That is the first. Before there was Burnout, there was Myst. Before there was the Uncharted series, there was Myst. Before there were any of those games that I absolutely adore and love, and I would say before there was Pac-Man, there was Myst, but that technically isn't true.
No, it's not.
But yeah, so I get that, where having that sort of non-hand-holding or non-traditional, I don't even know if that means non-traditional anymore. I think at the time it was, for not holding your hand through it, yes.
That's the trend of a lot of games. I think there's been pretty much a generation of folks who's never experienced the non-hand holding type of.
I think what's interesting, there's a whole group of people who have never. I say a whole group. There's a whole generation of people who never played a game that required you to read the instructions first. Like now we have tutorial levels.
Yeah.
You know? We have the game walks you through the instructions.
Yeah.
Whereas previous, because I couldn't drive yet, my mother was taking me to the store to get these things. On the ride home, you know, flip the little dash light up, read the little booklet on the way home, so I knew how to play the game and what to do, so that when I got there, I could do it. You know, before I was doing it today in Ball Pit, where your settings don't seem to carry over, like. Your for me, I had the hit points on your character turned on, and I had auto fire enabled on the home PC. But when I play it on my Steam Deck, I have to go and reset those.
Yeah,
they're not the same. Save comes. I mean, I'm still everything's still saved, but the settings are not the same.
Right.
Those little things there are not the same. But in order to do that, I can go into the game and say, show me the button layout, show me the controller layout, show me the key mapping so I can see what does what. That was not you had to go find the book and flip through it to figure out what is the controller, how do I run in this? You know, I hold down this. Okay, that's how I run. That's how I duck. That's how I jump. Whatever the case may be, you just didn't have that anymore, but you do now.
Yeah, I think in some games, it used to be a time when it would be it'll show you like one time, one and done. It'll show you the instructions on screen. You run through the tutorial level or whatever, and be done with it. Now you play a game days later, and randomly these instructions will pop up like reminders. Oh, remember to do run. Do you have to do this motion? They'll pop up throughout your entire game.
That's like, I get it. That's what they do. What was I? Oh, I was playing. I got a review code for Tabletop Game Shop Simulator. This was the first time that I had ever played one of these type of, hey, you got to run your own store type thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'd never done those before. The only one that I was looking at that I had an eye on was Trading Card Shop Simulator. Yeah. That one I was really looking at, and it's still in my wish list now. Speaking of wish list, it's still in there. Anyway, I had this one. I'm like, let's go see. Anyway, it walks you through it. It holds your hand. You have to go into the store, go to your order machine so you can order your stuff to get it. And they make you do things as you progress that normally I don't want to do. One of the things after you get set up, they want you to open up the product because you're selling minifigures. And so, like, hey, you can pick up these boxes. You can order the boxes of minifigures. Then you can open them up yourself and collect the pieces. And when you get a full set of enough to make a character, you can then paint it and you can add it to your collection, that sort of thing. But I'm still opening up product that I bought. I still have this much money to spend, and I need to make money to continue to play. So opening up my product reduces the amount of money I can make. But they want you to do it just to teach you how to do it. It's normally not something I do, but games do this. And I'm using this as an example.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal that I did it, but a lot of games do that where you make a power-up and they're like, okay, pick this upgrade. And I was like, I don't want that upgrade. But I have to pick it because this is the tutorial. I want a different upgrade, but nope, you have to pick this upgrade. Everything else is locked for you. You can only pick this one. Now, the good games will say, well, this is the starter upgrade. You can't pick anything else but this. So regardless of what we tell you, but a lot of the times that's not the case.
Yeah, you're stuck with it.
But you have to do what they tell you to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's no way to reset. It's just like you say, you have to pick this item, and now you're stuck with it for the rest of the game.
You do. You have to pick it, and that's your starting. And in the long run of the game, it doesn't make a difference. Because you do have to get that eventually. Whatever it is that they're telling you to do, you do eventually have to do that. So in the long run, it doesn't make a difference, but it still feels like your freedom's taken away a little bit, where it's just like I can't do what I want to do on my own. For me, a lot of times it's hoarding. I will save up on stuff and then pick what I need to pick because I'll go down a certain path. A lot of the times that's because I'm looking online to be like, hey, what's the best skill tree I need to pick from based on play style, based on maybe what it is I want to do. Spider-Man 2 had a thing where you've got two characters in Spider-Man 2. You got Peter Parker, you got Miles Morales. You can switch up and play them anytime in the game. Story sections rely on specific ones, but regardless, whenever you're just out swinging about, you can be any one of them that you want to be. Well, as you go through and play, you get upgrades that you can either spend on Peter, you can spend on Miles, or you can spend it on a section that involves both of them, abilities that they share. I didn't do... whatever character I was in, that's the one I put my points into. I went online and I was like, hey, what should I be aiming for here? What are the good power-ups? And they're like, early in the game, you should be putting your power-ups into the double characters, the stuff that both of them use. You should definitely do that. Leave the travel abilities alone, but all the other abilities, pick that stuff for the duel of the characters. Then work on the individual characters as you go. So obviously, I switched up my stuff, started putting everything into both of their power sets. But yeah, it took me to kind of look that up to see which way do I want to go. You don't have to. You can go any way you want to with it. But for me, it was like, okay, I'm going to follow this because this seems like a better way to utilize my points before the game gets... apparently, they talk about just before you get 50% of the way through, around 40 to 35% of the way through, the game's difficulty ramps up. And so you got to be prepared for that whenever it happens. I am not even near that. But yet I'm like level 35 already because all I've been doing is swinging around doing stupid things, So
you've been having fun.
I really have. I really have. I've been avoiding the story and just,
the point of gaming anyway. You want to have fun
That's
with
right.
it. So,
exactly.
So have fun with it.
Still hold your hand through it, but anyway. That was the other game I played, was the Tabletop Shop Simulator.
Yeah.
Playing that, I understood the loop of why these are fun. Because you can make your own store and you can set your prices and you come in... They buy the product, you take the money, you do the thing, and hey, how did I do for my day? I did pretty good. You come back the next day and you've unlocked, new shelves or new product that you can order or a standee that you can put in your store.
Yeah.
All sorts of different things. And I suddenly got the appeal of all of those shop simulator type games that are out there. And there's a lot.
Yeah.
There are a lot of those type of games out there. And which is fine because you're aiming for something that tabletop games, yes. Trading card games, yes. If there's a comic book shop simulator out there, which there probably is.
I think I've seen that.
That'd be another one that I would be interested in, you know? I think there's also a video game shop simulator where you can sell consoles and the games and all these other things as well. So, I don't know. Really kind of cool to sort of step into that world that I'd never given much of a thought to do. And actually enjoy it and say, okay, there may be something here. I may have found another genre that appeals to me. So,
yeah, the new and different type things you're looking to. Yeah,
yeah, just something I never tried before.
It was like copying each other nowadays anyway. So so when something different is out there, it draws your attention a little better.
And demos, some of the demos for these things don't really give me that same experience because a lot of the times the demos don't, and I'd have to go back and play some of them, but I know a lot of the demos start you in a position to where things are a little bit more, I don't want to say exciting, but you're getting more of what the game has to offer than you would at the very beginning. So I remember some demos that you would get in the discs for magazines, from video game magazines, for consoles. It's like, oh, hey, we're starting you out at this level. And it's at this section of the game. It's not at the beginning during a tutorial. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
you know, and
level 3.
Yeah, and you've got you know, it's you've done some stuff already, even though you haven't. But the game plops you into that point so that you can get a better experience of what it has to offer. That putting me in that position doesn't give me that sense of accomplishment that starting out from the bottom actually does. I'm only relating this to the store simulator thing because it was bleak when I started. And then people just come in, they're buying all this stuff, and it's like, oh, now I get this, and now I have this, and now I have that. And it just, the progression feels better when it's given it to you that way, I think. But that's just me. So we didn't even get into some news here. And I mean, the show's not even over with yet, but I mean, what did we have that we wanted to get over here? What was I going to say? Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 6 got delayed. And we're going to get into that because Take-Two had an entire, what do they call them? The sale, the calls, what were they called?
But some...
you know, investor calls, things, whatever they're called. I
just call it that, an investor call.
Yeah, where they're like, here's where we're at, here's where things are going. You know, everybody gets to listen in on it. And they announced the GTA 6 was getting delayed. They also announced about, you know, how well they feel about the Mafia franchise. It was Take-Two. Had their earnings report, or whatever it's called. Okay, So they were talking about that. And, yeah, there's been some other delays as well. So we'll jump into the news here and make some quick ones as we go through. But we'll be back with more of in-game chat here in just a moment. We're in March of the new game releases for our music here, and we are up to Assassin's Creed Shadows, which I still haven't played and probably won't till it gets down to a pretty good price. And we have the main theme for that, so we'll be right back with more of in-game chat right after this. Welcome back into in-game chats. This man, this is my own doing.
It's also one of them cozy games you were talking about earlier.
It's not a cozy game. It's a Japanese game.
Uh-huh.
And as such, I can't figure out how to pronounce the name of it. Atelier Yumiya?
Atelier Yumiya?
Yeah. Atelier, sure. Yes, that one.
Okay.
You familiar with the franchise?
I think it's an RPG. I think it's an RPG of some type of Atelier. Let's see. Atelier Yumiya, the alchemist of memories and the invigilator. Alchemist, yeah. Alchemy.
Yeah.
I was thinking chemistry, but it was something like that. Yeah, she's an alchemist.
It was something science, right?
Mm-hmm.
This track is called "She's an Agent." So, it's kind of cozy.
Okay, Atelier Yumiya is a role-playing video game developed by Gust and released for the PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Series, Nintendo Switch, and Microsoft Windows in March of 2025. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, welcome back to the show here. Running through the news, and we are absolutely going to run through the news that we have here because we just ain't got the time. Let's see, man. We had a Nintendo release some numbers on how the Switch is doing, and I'd like to go through that. The Switch is doing extremely well. The Switch 2, it is. Excuse me. The Switch is poised to overtake the DS and become Nintendo's best-selling console, and it could take the all-time crown from the PS2. That is the Switch itself, not necessarily the Switch 2. However, in the last few months on sale, Switch 2 has outpaced the PS4, the PS5, and the original Switch. And Nintendo only expects things to get better as the holiday season rolls around, which I would imagine is going to be the case. So the sales hit 10.36 million so far for the Switch 2. That's pretty good for a console that's only been out since June. It is continuing its streak as the biggest console launch of all time. So, it also says that Nintendo says it plans a consistent release of new films following the Super Mario Galaxy movie and the Zelda movies. So, looks like Nintendo is going to try and ramp that up to where they can consistently release these movies and not, take forever. I guess Super Mario did very well for them. Mm-hmm. And now they're going to... And we got a live-action Zelda on the way, and then we've got the sequel for Super Mario... Well, Super Mario Galaxy is what it's called. So,
Also, what are the titles you think they're going to be working on? Like a Metroid or...
Oh, for films?
Yeah.
Metroid would be great. Metroid in a horror sense would be wonderful. Look, Metroid Dread is really, really good. Mm-hmm. And... it's really cool how they sort of took a side-scroller and made it, I wouldn't say horror, but it did give you that, it did instill
horror
a little bit
suspense.
Of fear. Yeah, there's suspense.
Suspense, more
because you are being chased. I mean, if one of those things sees you, it chases you, and they're hard to defeat.
Yeah.
They're very difficult to defeat, and so you have to go and you have to hide, but they can chase you across the map. Mm-hmm. So, and that's, puts a little bit of fear into you. So I like that, and I think they could do some really good things with Metroid. I don't know. I think Donkey Kong would probably come next.
Or maybe Donkey Kong Country.
Only for the fact that he is such an established character. I mean, I know Metroid should be too, but I mean, Donkey Kong. Come on. Been around for a long time. Him and Pac-Man are on the list of, like, the early game character icons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even before Mario, but that's where Mario comes from, is Donkey Kong. But still,
yeah.
You knew Donkey Kong before you knew Mario.
Yeah, but I'm saying Donkey Kong by himself, I don't know, but with the characters from Donkey Kong Country, maybe that can...
I would think absolutely you would have the characters from Donkey Kong. Of course. Yeah. You would have the whole Kong group, I would imagine, in some way or another for that.
Yeah, I had to look up the difference between horror and suspense for Metroid. Let's say horror focuses on generating fear, disgust, and terror, often through supernatural elements. Suspense builds an intense feeling of anticipation and anxiety of what's about to happen. So,
yeah,
I guess a mixing of the thing, because you said fear. Is what,
it seemed, but well, you're being chased. It's
constantly
you're
chasing,
yeah, you're a little bit scared because you'll walk into one of those rooms and you'll see that thing, like, okay, but it'll be the only way. It's like I have to get. That's the only way I can get from
point A to point
where
B.
I need to be is through this room. I mean, they set you up for that, and you need to be stealthy with it. You need to somehow get it's fantastic. It really is. I haven't played much of it because I didn't realize that was the kind of game it was, but it's absolutely fantastic that it is. But yeah, I haven't played much of it. Still have it, but I haven't done much with it. I think it gets an update on the Switch too, though. And we have Metroid Prime 4 Beyond getting released next month.
Okay.
Early next month. Metroid Prime 4. Yeah. So, yeah.
Just add to the backlog.
Oh, there was a great, I don't know if you looked at our little news list here.
Yeah.
But there was something I added in there. Now, normally when I go through here, I mark them as read on my reader that I have. This one I kept in there because I wanted to make sure I go back and read through it. It was the sequel to Dante's Inferno that was canceled. Dante's Purgatorio was going to be the name of it. And it was a canceled sequel. And they have some people who worked on it that talk about it. And I was very curious about that because I loved Dante's Inferno.
Still got it.
I have it. I remember playing it on, I think it was backwards compatible on Xbox.
Yeah.
So I could play it on the Series X. But yeah, absolutely fantastic.
PS3,
Level design was superb. Just amazing. Combat is, it's hack and slash.
Yeah.
But the level design, the character design, especially when you talk about bosses, some of the most creative, grotesque things you've ever seen.
Yeah, based on the 10 levels of hell and the sins that you had to fight in there. Yeah.
Wasn't it Gluttony that was just paved with mouths?
Yeah, I think Gluttony looked like Jabba the Hutt. The one that stood out for me was the one of Lust. I was like, wow, you went that far?
Yeah, it did go that far.
You went that far in this game?
Yes,
wow.
they did. They went very far.
They went places, folks, in this game. If you've never heard of it, just do a search on YouTube, and you'll see the playthroughs of this game. You'll see how far they're willing to go.
Oh, God. Like I said, it was fantastic, the way that they designed it. It was just wonderful. We're going back to my wish list. There's a game I still have on my wish list, DMC. The Devil May Cry, whatever it was. It wasn't a sequel.
The dude with black hair?
Yes.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
That Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
The level design, again, in that game was amazing. The way that they twisted the levels, the way that you had differences in Demon World and whatever world and everything. I don't remember it, but I just remember being in awe of the way that they had laid out the different levels for you to travel in. And that's fantastic. I loved that aspect of it. It was what kept me playing the game. I know that game takes a lot of flack from a lot of people. I don't have the history with Devil May Cry as most people do, because I did not really get into Devil May Cry until that game there. And it didn't set the tone for me. It wasn't something like, oh, this is how these games play. No. I knew this was something different. I knew this was sort of an outlier, sort of an Elseworlds type of situation where it's
alternate
like
reality version of DMC.
This isn't in the timeline. This is something different. There's something we're trying that's different. I think they were trying to do a reboot of the franchise, and it didn't work, and so they continued on with what they were doing. But I absolutely loved everything about it. I really, really did.
I bet it was one of those situations where if it wasn't Devil May Cry, but something a new IP, probably would have went better.
Overcooked, the game Overcooked is getting a reality competition show that will be on Netflix. That sounds absolutely the way that should work. A game about cooking where you have to cook you have to cook your food and do everything in a whatever it is in a game sense. Complete this so that you can do this. Yeah, that lends itself perfectly to a competition type show. that you would do. So sure, go for it. Terminator 2D. Terminator 2D, No Fate, got delayed for a third time. Supposed to be out this month. It is now being released next month. It might get a delay again. And, of course, we got the Grand Theft Auto 6 delay. That got delayed by 6 months. We were looking at a May release, and now we're looking at a November release, specifically November the 19th.
Yeah.
I was going to say this lines up with more typical video game releases, and it does, but not where Rockstar is concerned. Rockstar releases games whenever the hell they want to release a game. Mm-hmm. They don't care if it's holiday season or not, because when they release a game, they're fine. It does not matter. Mm-hmm. They don't care if it is the holiday time. They don't care if it's summer. They don't care if it's Lunar New Year, whatever. They don't care. They release it. GTA 4 got released May, I think. And then GTA 5 was released maybe in the summer.
Let's see. GTA 4 was late April of 2008.
Yeah, I was thinking May, but yeah.
Yeah, and GTA 5 was...
Go to the original, not all the different releases that they've done.
Mid-September of 2013.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. They don't care. They were probably set to release in May. And we were talking about that window of opportunity to release your game. I think a lot of game publishers and developers were probably like, thank you. Because now it means they can release their games in the summer.
We got a bigger window now.
They have a much bigger window to throw their stuff out there and get more releases. If you were going to release something in the holidays, which usually is when you get your Call of Duties, although I don't think Call of Duty has anything to worry about. If Call of Duty releases around that, that's an interesting face-off if that happens. Who wins the battle between GTA and Call of Duty? GTA, I believe, wins single-handedly. It doesn't matter who it goes up against. COD has a certain demographic, a certain group of people that play it. They have their audience. They're not usually gaining more members of their audience. Their audience just keeps following them through. They don't usually pick up more people from it. GTA 6 also has that same thing, but their audience is massive, especially because COD is releasing year after year after year after year, and GTA is like once a generation.
Yeah.
And by generation, I mean console generation. But at this point, you could probably say people generation as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's been 13 years. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's getting released in November, unless it suffers another delay. It's possible that it could.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it does.
No.
Yeah.
I want, if I'm not mistaken, if we go back to other episodes, I want to say that I said that it likely will get pushed again.
Yeah.
Like one push is
a given.
Almost a given, exactly.
One push is a given.
Yeah.
2 is disappointing but not surprising.
Yeah, I think most, especially most big games like that, usually have 2 delays at least. Here's an article here says another delay for Grand Theft Auto 6. We get within touching distance of it, and then, like a fox in the night, it runs out of sight. That's a year from now. November of 2026 is when we'll see it. The wait has seemed eternal, but how long has it actually been in development for? GTA 5 came out in 2013, 12 years ago. A gap that will extend to 13 years by the time GTA 6 comes out in 2026, if it arrives at that time. No other GTA game has taken anywhere near as long. The gap between 4 and 5 was 5 years. The gap between San Andreas and GTA 4 was 4 years. The gap between Vice City and San Andreas was 2 years, and the gap between Vice City and GTA 3 was 1 year. 12 years has to be some kind of a record, right? Wrong, but it's close. There is a Guinness World Record for the longest in-development game. I think we all know what that is, right?
What?
Duke Nukem Forever.
Okay. What was the number?
Oh, that is It's held by notorious Duke Nukem Forever. That game was released in 2011 after a ridiculous 14 years and 43 days in development.
Okay.
Account reaffirmed by the Guinness World Record team in light of the GTA delay, and it absolutely was not worth the wait. But in Duke Nukem Forever's development, really the longest for a game. Beyond Good and Evil 2 begs to differ. Ubisoft first announced Beyond Good and Evil 2 in 2008. And development has been on again and off again ever since. That's about 17 years. But Beyond Good and Evil 2 has yet to even release, and at this rate it probably never will. What else do we have? Other protracted developments include Dragon Age 4, a project which was rebooted a few times over the course of 10 years. Cyberpunk 2077, a game announced in 2012 and released 8 years later in 2020. Silksong from Hollow Knight. That was about 6 years from announcement to release. And then there's also the Bloodborne remaster, which I've made up. It probably doesn't exist, but that we wait on tenterhooks for it every time Sony broadcasts a state of play. We're still hoping for that one day we get that remaster. So yeah, there's a whole list here. L.A. Noire was announced in 2004 and released in 2011. Last Guardian, that's a good one. That started in 2007. It leaked in 2009 and was released in 2016. Skull and Bones, I remember that being released, the pirate game from Ubisoft.
The pirate game,
yeah, it began as Assassin's Creed Black Flag expansion in 2013 and then struggled to become its own thing, eventually 11 years before it got released. Metroid Dread, which we just talked about, came out in 2021 on the Nintendo Switch, but began life as a DS project back in 2005. That was 16 years. Possibly Suicide Squad. It was referenced as being in development as early as 2010, though Rocksteady was busy with the Batman games. If it were in development then, it would have been 14 years. I don't think it was. I think a Suicide Squad game likely was in development, but not that one.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a tease at the end of Arkham Origins, wasn't there?
I'm trying to think.
Because it had, oh God, not Deadshot. Who's that other guy? Who is their Deadpool in DC? That is not necessarily Mr. Wisecrack guy. Deathstroke. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Deathstroke.
Orange and black, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Deathstroke.
But still uses knives, swords, and guns.
Yeah, master.
Yeah,
all types of master of all types of the world's one of the DC Universe's best mercenary. Really,
there was a tease with him at the end of Origins with Waller talking about putting together a team of people like him, and you're thinking, oh, they're going to do a Suicide Squad, and it was Warner Brothers Montreal was the dev team on that, who eventually went on to make Gotham Knights, which was better than what Suicide Squad ended up being. From the guys who did the original Batman, Rocksteady did Suicide Squad, which sucked. At least Gotham Knights, which is still not great, was better than that. Not by much, but it was still better, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So, game I haven't played.
I'll just stick with the Batman titles.
You and me both, which I hope they go back to, and I think that they will. Mm-hmm. If they ever get there. I know Warner Brothers is not doing too well with money right now.
Yeah, because Origins the one with I'm getting the titles mixed. Was Origins the one where it was like one night to kill the bat?
They've all been that way.
It's like a
Arkham Asylum was one night, in the mental institution. Mm-hmm. Arkham City was one night before he released the whatever that thing was.
I want to say it was Black Mask that put a bounty. And all the folks just...
Right, it was Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but...
you play from Christmas Eve into Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But it takes place in just one single night.
Yeah, was that Arkham Origins?
That was Arkham Origins.
Okay, yeah.
But Arkham Knight, the big last Batman game we had, took place on Halloween night. Mm-hmm. And again, it's one night.
Yeah.
It's not over... These games never take place over a series of days. They always take place within I would say an 8-hour period. Mm-hmm. But of course...
Well, it's not the length of time of the game. I'm saying there was a specific notice from, I think, Black Master said you have one night. The offer was called one night to kill the bat.
Yes, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But I'm thinking it was Origins, the one with Copperhead.
Yes, Origins had good boss fights. They had we mentioned Deathstroke.
Yeah, Deathstroke, the
They
sword
had
fight.
Yep. Bane was another one that you had.
Copperhead, Bane. Who else was there? There was more than that, but yeah.
There was absolutely more than that. And I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the rest of them, but I absolutely am.
Yeah. It was a good Batman action.
They all were.
All were, man. Yeah.
They all were until they decided to do Suicide Squad and screwed up the tradition, or at least the chain.
Yeah.
They broke the chain.
Mm-hmm.
It was bad.
Streak is over.
It really was. Speaking of being over, I think we're about to be the same here. Oh, gosh, you guys have been chatting in the room, and I really need to pay attention to that. 2D Horror, try the old Clock Tower games, said AC Wraith. Lethal Migraine wants a Peggle 4. Wait, they did a Peggle 3? I only remember Peggle 2 and Peggle Knights. I don't remember a Peggle 3. Is there a Peggle 3?
There's no official Peggle 3 from the developer PopCap.
Yeah.
Yeah. The main games was Peggle, Peggle Knights, and Peggle 2.
Okay.
While some fan-made versions of Peggle 3 exist online, there's not been discussions and ideas for a sequel. An official third game has not been released.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a slip there to call it that there, Lethal Migraine. I don't think it must have been Peggle Knights then, or Peggle 2 that you're thinking about. I mean, technically there are 3 Peggle games, yes. It's Peggle, Peggle 2, and then Peggle Knights. So technically there are 3, they just didn't number them 3.
Yeah, but bottom line is folks like some Peggle.
Oh, so, boy, yeah. I love me some Peggle.
Yeah, so.
Peggle's great.
Give folks what they want, man.
All right, we got to go. That's going to wrap it up for us. We got music here, as I usually leave here, with Astrobot whenever we're doing these things. That's another one. Astrobot had some, some cute, spooky levels that I never got music for. But anyway, this track is called A Fire in Your Mind. You guys have a fantastic week. We will see you next Saturday.